I'm Matthew Gibbs. I'm playing Sir Andrew Aguecheek in Twelfth Night, which is fantastic.
I'm Carolina Main. I'm playing Viola in also Twelfth Night. Viola was really the only thing I could apply for because the play is being set in Tangier. So they were looking for people with a certain look, the kind of dark-haired, dark-eyed variety. And so I needed to play one of the foreigners in the play. Seeing as one of them's a girl and one's a boy, there's only really one part I could go for.
It was a great process, though. I really enjoyed the audition process. It was the panel, the director and producer. Was so sweet. They were so friendly. I'd convinced I'd just done the most amazing audition ever in the history of auditions. And then when it came to the recalls, we all were watching each other, which initially was quite nerve-wracking because all these people you hadn't met before were watching you put your life on the line. But it turned into a really supportive environment.
Everybody does it so differently. Remember, everybody that we read with, the other people going for the other parts, were like, oh my goodness, the previous person just did that so differently.
I wouldn't do it that way.
And so, yeah, that was really cool to kind of see that.
Sir Andrew is a friend of Sir Toby's, and what he really wants is just to be liked. He just wants friends. So all of his action really is around trying to please Sir Toby and also to have fun. And there's a bit of a side story with him trying to attract Olivia, but even that's bound up in his relationship with Sir Toby, just wanting to be part of the family, wanting to be liked. I think he's quite a tragic character, Sir Andrew, and he's only one of two characters in the play that doesn't get any reward by the end of the play. So the last we know of Sir Andrew is that he's actually quite friendless. Even Sir Toby rejects him at the end. So I think that's quite sad. So I've tried not to focus on the sad stuff because he's essentially, for an audience, a very funny character. And it's a joy to play him. It's wonderful to discover a character like Sir Andrew.
Viola, I think, has some similarities to me in that she's a bit of a goofball and gets herself in these difficult situations and kind of has a laugh, but that can kind of get her in trouble. And she's playful and hopefully will come across as a fun person to be around who kind of gets along in this foreign place like pretty well because she's that kind of person, open-minded and all that sort of stuff. But these things happen along the way where she falls hopelessly in love with a highly unsuitable person. You know, when you fall in love with somebody that is a douchebag, that happens. So that's what she does. And it all just gets very complicated.